Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Let me introduce myself first. My name is Azijatul Aufa. Here, I would like to present my proposal entitled Differentiated Instruction in Learning English, a case study of junior high school student in Pekanbaru. Learning is generally divided into two, namely focus on learning on teaching or learning that focus on student. Learning that focus on student is called student-centered learning or SCL. In the Merdeka curriculum, learning is expected to be pro-student or student-centered, respect the uniqueness and diversity of student potential, interests, and talents so that the learning process is expected to be effective and meaningful for students. According to Carol Tomlinson, an educator since 1995, he's written down his idea in a book entitled How to Differentiate Instruction in Mixed Ability Classroom regarding teaching and that pays attention to individual student difference. Well, differentiated instruction is an important part of Merdeka curriculum, where the learning process is designed to meet student individual needs by providing learning experience that suit their level or ability, interest, and learning style. The importance of differentiated instruction is it can support student engagement and achievement. Shortly, Tomlinson, 2003, says that teacher as facilitator can adjust content, process, and learning product by emphasizing demonstration, scaffolding, and learning design so that students can understand and expand their knowledge of the subject. Based on the result of preliminary study carried out at one of the MTSN in Pekanbaru, information was obtained that teacher abilities still have several challenges in implementing differentiated instruction in accordance with the recommendation of the current Merdeka curriculum so that student thematic have not been achieved optimally. Based on several previous studies, most of the previous research aimed to determine the process of learning English using differentiated instruction. Teacher opinion regarding implementing English language learning using differentiated instruction as well as increasing student capacity. Therefore, this result is important to find out how the process of implementing differentiated learning in Islamic-based school. Based on this, the author is interested in doing this research to find out the application of learning English using differentiated instruction in the Merdeka curriculum in English, subject for junior high school student. Meanwhile, the goal specifically to get an overview or information and analyze the implementation of differentiated learning in the Merdeka curriculum in English subject and the obstacle and solution to differentiated learning in the Merdeka curriculum in English subject. Next, the identification of the problem is the student will tend to do so passive due to lack of interest in what they are learning, lack of confidence in understanding the material in the learning process. However, this problem seems to be able to be overcome by implementing an appropriate learning instruction according to their needs. Next, the limitation of the problem. The limitation of the research ability in conducted research, the author limit the problem within this research only examine the process of applying differentiated instruction on learning subject at one of MTSN in Pekanbaru. Next, the formulation of the problem. Based on the statement above, it is possible to identify several problems as follows. First, how is to apply differentiated instruction in Merdeka curriculum to English subject for Islamic junior high school student? Second, what are the obstacles and solutions to differentiated instruction in English subject in Islamic junior high school? Next, objective of the research. The objective of the research such as 1. To explain how to apply differentiated learning instruction at one of the MTSN in the city of Pekanbaru. Second, to explore what are the obstacles and solutions to the implementation of differentiated learning instruction at one of the MTSN in the Pekanbaru city. And also the significance of the research. This research has theoretical and practical significance. The theoretical first is according to Tomlinson 2003. Well, the differentiated instruction is important to implement because it allows teachers to address each student's specific learning style by adjusting what and how they teach. And also, practically, English teachers use differentiated instruction as a pedagogical tool when teaching English as a foreign language. Therefore, it is hoped that this research can provide information to teachers about the application of the differentiated instruction to English language learning in the classroom. After that, I would like to explain about the definition of the term. The first is differentiated instruction. Differentiated instruction is a method of identifying and teaching diverse student talent and learning style. This is based on Grimes and Stevens 2009. The second, learning English. Learning English, as we know, is a process of student interaction with educator and learning research on a learning environment. This is according to Brown, 1994. And learning English in this research revert to the way teacher teaching English at MTSN school to develop English language skill contextually and appropriately with the context and daily condition and situation of the student. We move to and after that, the conceptual framework. Here, I would like to explain the conceptual framework. Well, the indicator in variable X is differentiated instruction and variable Y is learning English. First, I have a theory there. Well, the differentiated instruction based on theory is a method of identifying and teaching diverse student talent and learning style. This is according to Grimes and Stevens 2009. And then we have the urgency or the important. Well, the differentiated instruction important to tailoring instruction to meet individual needs, planning the learning process, ability that has not been maximized in diagnostic assessment. This is from Yani et al. 2023. And also we have the problem here. The problem is the application of learning English using differentiated instruction in the Merdeka curriculum in English subject for junior high school student. And we will find out the obstacle and the solution when implementing the differentiated instruction. And then we have the method. The method is case study. Well, this research to explore and understand the meaning of individual of group related to social problem, as known as from the Creswell Argue in 2013. And then the method of the research or research methodology. The first is research design. The study is qualitative research. Qualitative research is a means for exploring and understanding the meaning individual or group to a social human problem. This is according to Creswell 2020. And then this is qualitative case study research because this research to identifying how much teacher experience certain problem because the research aim to examine how a case occurs your young EFL student experience different teaching. And then the setting of the research is this research will be carried out from March to April 2024 because it is hoped that the data taken periodically will be consistent. And then the participants of this research are students at 7th grade and 2 English teacher at MTSN 1 Andalan Kota Pekanbaru, Riau. And the technique of data collection is interview. Interview will be used as an instrument used in this research to obtain information through the teacher view on the application of differentiated learning instruction. And the second, I use field note because this guide is present in a sketch note style from Rohde 2020 to convey the fluid nature of qualitative field note and to encourage the researcher to adapt the content by on his or her methodological approach. Next, the technique of data analysis. The technique of data analysis, we have 3. The first is organize the data. The accurate data was properly arranged based on the time, date, and location. And the second, transcribe the data. The information gathered during the interview must be transcribed. Transcription, according to Creswell, is the process of translating audio tape recording or field note into text data. And the third is analyze and code the data. After transcribing the data, the next step was to analyze it and code the data. The practice of analyze and code the data is to construct description and broad theme in data is known as coding. And then I think that's all from my presentation. Sorry for my weaknesses. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.